Welcome to the Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Every few decades, an event comes along of biblical proportions.
What do you mean, biblical?
Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
Dogs and cats living together.
Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest today is indeed a well-known veteran actor. He does film, television, and stage work. If you've ever seen him in action, you will appreciate all the fine work that this gentleman has given. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome the one, the only Ernie Hudson. Greetings, Ernie, and welcome back to the Actor's Choice, my friend.
Well, thank you. It's always good to spend some time with you and get a chance to share. So thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. All I can say is thanks for being here. And quote, not bad when I look at the number of catalogs that you got. My goodness. Question number one, Ernie. Where were you born?
Benton Harbor, Michigan, right on the coast of Lake Michigan, directly across from Chicago.
Wow. What made you get into acting?
You know, I knew I needed to get into something, and as opposed to prison. So I had to find me something really quick. I grew up looking for, that good job, to have a good life. And I tried a lot of different things. Nothing seemed to fit until I discovered theater. And once I discovered theater, I just felt I was at home.
Indeed. So you've had a marvelous career over the years. How do you describe what it was like over these years?
Well, it's been a challenge to keep my mind set in a positive frame. You know what I mean? To just keep reminding myself of who I am and what I'm here to do, my intentions, to try not to take things personal, even though sometimes I can't see how it could be anything other than. To remind myself that it's not because I'm Black, even though sometimes it feels like it could be no other reason, but to just know why I'm here and whose work it is I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And that's always sort of kept me balanced. So I just never felt the need to run away. And I have friends who came out around the time I did, and some even later who, after a short time, just gave up and walked away. I never really felt I had that option.
Okay. The year was 1976 when you got your first IMDb film credit for the movie Lead Belly.
Yeah, that was, well, actually.
Parks, Roger Mosley.
Yes, right. Yeah, no, it was a wonderful movie, even though we shot it in 73.
Uh-huh.
Paramount changed hands, and the movie got buried for a while. It finally came out in 76, but we actually shot the movie back in 73.
Okay. So let's fast forward to 1984. That year. You stepped out there in the action comedy fantasy movie called Ghostbusters. Who you got, Kyle?
Well, they called me, but they were kind of reluctant to do so. But eventually, the call came in, and it's been almost 40 years of an interesting journey. With Ghostbusters. Sort of a love and confused and all the above. But I'm very thankful that I got a chance to play in that arena.
Okay. You said that Ghostbusters was the most difficult movie you've ever done. Please explain.
Well, like we were talking earlier, part of survival out here has been able to keep your balance. And for me to come out here to get a movie like Ghostbusters, that's a #1 at the box office, a big blockbuster film, I thought that would change my career in a positive way. And it didn't have that effect. So now, you work so hard because you think once this happened, then these things will open up. And that wasn't experience. Things didn't open up. And I had to make sense out of it. So it was difficult trying to make sense out of what was really going on and not questioning my ability or my chances to stay in the business because like I said, I thought Ghostbusters would be the breakthrough, and it didn't turn out to be that.
Interesting. Ernie, you have done so many movies during your career. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman has done exactly 255 films and televisions. Not bad.
Yeah, it's been a blessing.
Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know something about Ernie. Did my research, and as I counted his IMDb work, I noted that he has had at least, ready for this, at least one job a year starting back in 1976 to the present. Not bad.
Yeah, I've I always try to keep it simple. Just keep it simple, one step, one foot in front of the other. Just so you keep showing up, doing the work.
Yes.
But then sometimes, we look back and I go, I don't have the academies on the shelf. I don't have.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
I don't have. And then sometimes you kind of go, you know what? This is what I'm here to do, and I can't get caught up in what it should do. I just know what I need to do.
The best year for you, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, was 2013. 19 jobs that year. 2014, 18 jobs. 2012, 14 jobs. I mean, the gentleman just went on and on, at least one a year. That's not bad, folks. There are a lot of people who can't get a job. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I do my homework. Ernest, you're fine work with my brother. The first Ghostbusters movie was so dogged, but 5 years later, they came out with Ghostbuster 2. How do you do?
Yeah, Ghostbusters 2, they were a little nicer, paid me a little more money. Still a challenge, I've got nothing but thanks. But after the first, I started out doing theater about 10 years before I came out to LA. And then once I started working, did a few films, and then Ghostbusters hit, and then things dried up for about 3 years. And in films, I mean, I still worked television and I still did other things. But and then when after that dry period, I think about 8 movies back to back, and then Ghostbusters 2 came out, and things dried up again. So Ghostbusters seemed to have had just the opposite effect. But we keep stepping.
Got you. Guess what? We just happen to have a clip. Roll it, Tony.
Ghost again. He just won't leave us alone. I guess we're just going to have to move.
No, wait! Don't worry. We're not moving. He is.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters! Yes, that's right. Ghostbusters. We're back with twice the know-how and twice the particle power to deal with all your supernatural elimination needs.
Look out, Winston. He's a mean one.
Nothing we can't handle, Egon. So come, celebrate our grand reopening.
Ghost.
Yay! There you are. Wow. Okay. Will there be a Ghostbusters 3?
Well, we already did Ghostbusters 3. And actually, we did Ghostbusters 4. And I think it was around 2015, 16, we came out with the female Ghostbuster version. Leslie Jones was one of the stars in it. That was a little bit different because it sort of was a reboot. But I think the fans weren't real thrilled with that one. And then in just a couple of years ago, we came out with Ghostbusters Afterlife. Did very well in the box office, and now we're gearing up to do another Ghostbusters, and that's pretty exciting. We'll start in about a month. We'll be shooting it.
I like that song that Ray Parker did. I love that song.
Yeah, Ray, he out he's done very well with that song. That song.
Who you gonna call?
He's a good friend of mine, has been for years, and I'm just very, very happy that he, came up with that song. I still love the song after all these years.
Okay. We just got a few more minutes left, but I look back at a few projects that you've done. The Family Business, when you play the role of L.C. Duncan, 34 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. 34 episodes. Not bad. The Champions came next. That was another one. You and Woody.
Yeah. It's in fact, it just opened. The Champions didn't come next. I mean, I did. We're going into our 5th season of Family Business. I do a show for NBC. We're in our 2nd season called Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap, yes, sir.
But yeah, Champions just opened. It's a wonderful film. I'm really very happy with it, and I feel really, really good about that. Woody Harrelson is just a pleasure to work with.
Speaking of Quantum Leap, we happen to have a clip.
Oh, we do.
I'm sorry. I should have told you about Janice earlier, and deciding how to handle Ben's memory should have been a group discussion.
I appreciate that. But you were right. Even Ben thinks so. Until we have a better understanding of his motivations, we should keep him in the dark.
I spent my entire life in the military.
Congratulations on getting back in that game again. Congratulations. I understand Quantum Leap is the most fun, quote, is the most fun of your career.
Yeah, I think it's the most fun. It's the first network series that I've done that's gone for at least a couple of seasons. It's a great cast. Raymond Lee, who does the leaping, is just such an amazing actor and a charming young man. I love this cast. They're just really great people. And I'm sort of the senior citizen now, but I'm just having a great time. And they're paying me well, so that always makes everything.
You know, Ernie, my goodness, you get all these roles, and that voice, ladies and gentlemen, a gift from God, no question about it. As Marvin Gaye would say, I heard it through the grapevine. Yeah, heard it through the grapevine. Okay, got to go, but there's one thing I got to tell you and all our people that we have. Anytime you talk to an actor, anytime, always ask them, what's next for them? Well, guess what? For this gentleman, the retirement plan completed. Wizard Dream completed. Mr. BB in development. Woo!
Yeah. And Prisoner's Daughters with
yes,
Brian Cox and Kate Beckinsale should be coming out. I feel really good about that.
Ernie Hudson, thank you so much for being here today. We always have a pleasure having with you on our program, and continued success with new projects, definitely.
Thank you.
It's always. Thank you, sir. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, be blessed.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Hudson. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. We'd like to let you know that we're asking our squad to help us get former baseball player Curt Flood into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, Curt, who passed away January 20th, 1997, was the husband of one of our wonderful guests, renowned actress Judy Pace. Now, all you got to do is contact our office at 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. Ladies and gentlemen, we sincerely thank each and every one of you for being a part of this magnificent award for a great baseball player. Roll it, Tony.
I'm going to ask you both, and you can jump in.
Great. Yeah.
Okay, quiet in the house, please.
Yeah.
What moves you about this play?
It does ask a lot of questions that we ask about life. What happens when we die? It's a very basic question at the core of the play.
It's a play about belief systems and paradigms. A lot of questions that I have in my real life are explored in the play.
It just really highlights that everybody's got a bit of trauma.
Looking at the trauma.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is a film, TV, commercial, and stage actor. Now, her recent film critics include The Last Man's Club as Nurse Ripley and Insidious Chapter 3 as Danielle. And most recent stage credit includes her role as Joan in Katie Hickman's Bright Boy, The Passion of Robert McNamara. Now, you just saw a short clip of a new play that she's in called The Thin Place. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome actress Corbett Tuff. Greetings, Corbett, and welcome to the Actor's Choice.
Hello.
Hello. So tell us where you was born at, madam.
I was born and raised in Texas, in mainly Austin, Houston. Kerrville originally. And my family is still in Kerrville.
Good state. I got a daughter down in Texas, Mesquite.
Do you?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, you didn't ask. I got grandchildren too. Did you want me? I got things to do.
Yeah.
You go. Yeah. Life's been good. Life has been real good. I can't say anything better. Yeah. Corbett,
how many grandkids do you have?
Ma'am?
How many grandkids do you have?
5.
5?
Yeah, and 2 great grands.
That's incredible.
Yeah. The great grand gets up. She is something else. She is something. I got to get off because you got 3 kids yourself.
I do.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I have twins and a 10-year-old,
yes.
5-year-old twins.
What, twins?
Yeah.
I'm a twin.
Are you?
Yes, I'm UG. My twin is LY. We're so ugly they split it in half.
I presume if you said that, you're identical twins.
Right, identical. Like I said, he's UG, I'm LY.
Wonderful.
Madam, what made you get into acting? That's my favorite question. I always love to ask that question.
I got into acting probably as a family affair, although I'm not a Nepo baby.
Mm-hmm.
My cousins are actors. My uncle is an actor. My mom and dad met when they were 2 years old on stage, and my grandpa was a jazz pianist. He played with the greats, and my dad was a jazz drummer. My sister's a jazz singer. It's just everyone likes to perform in my family.
In other words, it's in your blood.
It's in my blood. I couldn't help it. That's how I got into it.
Right. Remember that song, The Girl Can't Help It?
Yep.
Can't help it. Yeah. You did, in 1997, you did a film called Laws of Deception. Remember
to be
that?
honest, I barely remember doing that film.
Yes.
And my line was so small that I can't even remember what it was.
Wow. You had the role, A Girl in Table with J.W.
Yes. One of my finest roles.
Ladies and gentlemen, before she goes away, you just had a birthday recently, didn't you?
I did.
4th?
March 4th.
You know what I say, don't you?
What?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, dear Corbett. Good Corbett. Get it together.
It's a toughie. Don't worry.
Right. You did a show called, in 1999, The Young and the Restless.
Oh, yeah. Was that 99?
Yeah. A long time. Yeah.
I thought when I booked that recurring on Young and the Restless that was going to be my big break.
And?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Wrong with getting a little salt. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yep. It was very fun.
Exactly. Describe for us, if you will, your love of the stage.
There's something about the living, breathing nature of being on stage that is so addicting and compelling to me. I love that, like with stand-up comics, they can do the same routine every single night and kill it some nights, and other nights just fall completely flat. There's something really exhilarating about that. And I haven't done theater in a while, but I'm reminded of that feeling of like, are you going to be able to live in the moment to moment and stay in the scene, or are you going to push and ruin the whole thing, or indicate and ruin the whole thing? So there's something about that nature of it that I love.
Got you. I have a bone to pick with actors and actresses about that subject. You didn't know that, but what I do, I'm sending myself, wait a minute, they come here to Los Angeles for television, they come here for film. What about stage?
Right. Yeah, no, it's a very important part of the process. You have to do stage to keep your muscles, worked out.
Got you. How'd you like them Oscars last night?
I was in rehearsal, so I didn't watch them.
Shucky darn, you
in rehearsal for 10 hours.
Were you working? Are you practicing for what we're about to talk about?
Yes, The Thin Place.
Ladies and gentlemen, what this young lady is doing, it's called a play called The Thin Place. Tell us about it, please.
It's a play written by Lucas Hnath, and the writing is incredible. It's I think it's more of a play about belief systems, and it's never been more applicable than today. It's about what you see versus what is real, and who is convincing you of that thing. My husband told me this was a terrible pitch for the play, so I'll just let you go and see it. But it explores topics such as our belief system around politics and political figures, and psychics, and whether or not we can talk to the dead. And it's very fun. It's very poignant and very well written play, and I really love it. I'm very, very proud to be a part of it.
I understand in the press releases they said spine-tingling new play that questions the things we don't know and can't understand. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think that's an apt description.
Yes. Who was the director, or is the director?
The director is a woman named Abigail Dusser, who I am so honored to work with. She's just the most amazing person. That is not a photo of Abigail Dusser, but
that wasn't Abigail?
No.
Oh.
I don't know who that person is.
Oh,
she's not in the play.
Oh.
But Abigail is amazing. She comes from Steppenwolf, and she's just she's so insightful as a human being and such a lovely person. And I think that we see eye to eye on a lot of things. So it's really easy for me to trust her as a director. And I just, it's been a joy working with her and everyone in the play. Everyone is incredible.
Got you. Did I hear you say eye to eye?
Did I say that?
Yes. Yes. Tell us how'd you feel getting that role of Sylvia?
Well, it's strange because when I had my daughter, I sort of retired from acting. And so I've done a few things since then, but I haven't been actively auditioning in a long time. So to audition for it was really weird. It was like, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was very odd to sort of revisit that process. And, you know, when I did the audition and then subsequently booked the role, I was just like, oh my God, this is why I got into this. This is why I started this. I love it. This is what I love doing. And so since December, when the play got rolling, I've been just so happy in my normal life. Like, it's easier for me to deal with my kids. It's everything's just been sort of better.
Wow. Previous to your arrival, a gentleman had 255 credits. Can you imagine how many auditions he had to do?
Oh gosh, I'm a lot.
Wow.
And that's really it's not the acting that made me want to exit the business. It's the auditioning. It's the driving to Santa Monica to have someone not even look up at you while you're reading sides.
See, that's the thing. I'm glad you're saying this, because a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes it gets cold cut.
Yep. Cold
threat. You go out and get you. These things happen, but you just have to suck it in and just get with it.
Yeah, you do. I mean, when you've spent $100 on a private coach, hours working on the sides, petrol to get from here to Timbuktu, and then, you know, the parking ticket you're inevitably going to get from going into the audition, and to have someone not even like look up at you can be really dehumanizing. But that's not a stab. They're lovely casting directors. That is not a stab at casting directors. There are people who are so lovely and kind and generous, but you always have the bad experiences.
Yes. Okay. We got a reel that we'd like to show you. Tony, roll it.
Sir and curiouser, as Alice remarked. Maybe it was the rabbit.
What happens to you guys in the pursuit of a question that there's no answer to?
I mean, it's the most beautifully frustrating experience that I feel like every human can relate to. Needing and wanting to know.
When you get it, I'm gonna send you a clip of this, a copy of this, and you'll actually hear the audio.
Okay.
Yeah, we just muted it this time. Where's the audio? Where's the audio? It's there.
No, I figured.
Indeed. Here's one of my favorite questions. What excites you the most about this play?
Well, I think what excites me the most about the play is that it asks a lot of questions that I ask myself, and there are a lot of parallels with what is going on in my life. And I've had some strange paradigm shifts late in life, and those it really throws a stick in your spokes to sort of have a belief system and then have it challenged later in life. And so I think that for me, this play, helped me navigate through those questions.
Yes, indeed.
And the actors and the director and the creative director of The Echo, they're so wonderful to work with. And that, I mean, I couldn't ask for a more dreamy cast and crew.
By the name of our organization, you can see we like actors, the Actor's Choice. We like it. Okay, running March 18th through April 24th.
Yep.
Okay. At the Atwater Village Theater.
Yep.
Okay. Located at 3269 Casitas Avenue.
Casitas.
God bless you.
It's in Atwater Village.
Okay. Telephone number 310-307-3753.
Okay. I think.
Or you go to www. I'm sorry.
I said, I think.
Yeah. You can go to www.echotheatercompany.com. Okay. I usually read this because sometimes some people, they didn't bring it, or whatever the case may be, and they don't want to embarrass nobody. So I just bring it and read it. Just read it.
Right.
Got one more video for you. Roll it, Tony.
You have a better understanding of yourself, who you are in the world, and you believe in yourself in a more complete way. That doesn't mean you have all the answers. It means you accept that you don't have all the answers. So I think this play ultimately is about accepting that we don't have all the answers, and you may never. And that could be a very good thing.
Wow. Question, because you and I were talking about this a little earlier. A Monday performance. Interesting.
Yeah, I found that interesting too. It might just be a what night the theater was available. I don't know why they kept us open on Mondays.
All righty. Let's see. Well, because we got an extra little time here. But again, everybody's watching out, masks and all that good stuff, protocol, all that good stuff.
I don't know the current protocol. I think it is masks only. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know that for sure.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Last time I went to the Echo, I wore a mask. So that I can tell you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's after you leave this play, what are you going to be doing after this? You got anything yet in line?
No, but it's rekindled my love of acting. Maybe I'll start auditioning for more theater.
Okay. Sounds like a winner to me.
Yeah. I'm writing a lot now, so.
Oh, you didn't tell us that. You're a writer.
Yeah.
My goodness, without the writer, there would be no plays. There would be no movies. There would be nothing.
Exactly. And it's something you're in charge of yourself.
Yes. What's your, you like any specific subject matter you like to work with when you're writing?
I'm writing horror with my husband. He's a horror writer. And I'm writing a novel that I intend to adapt into a screenplay.
Okay.
And that is not horror. And I'm writing kind of a character-driven drama as well.
Okay. All right. That looked interesting. Okay. Let's see. Oh, tell me about the cast members that you had, the other cast members besides yourself, please.
Caitlin Zambito.
Okay.
Janet Graves and Justin Hewen.
All right.
And I mean, I can't stress enough how wonderful it is working with these people. They are incredible actors, first and foremost, but also incredible people. Just the most supportive, loving people. I mean, I feel like we're going to be friends for many years after this.
Yes. All right. Education. I'll just ask you with this last question, and we'll hit it out of here. Can you talk for a minute about the importance of education? Because a lot of people want to get into this business, but they don't understand. Get an education.
So I started out by trying to go the more traditional route of getting the university degree and then studying acting. Yeah. And I ended up really sort of quote unquote learning to act in acting classes. I did have a lot of formal drama training as well, but I think that you have to get up and do scenes and just practice to be an actor. And a few people are gifted with the ability to act without class, but I think that no matter who you are, it definitely helps. So I studied for 8 years with Chris Fields, who is the creative director of the Echo, and he's a long-standing mentor of mine. And I went from, I did all the classes in LA, the teachers that you need to study with. I did all those teachers as well, but Chris is the one where I really found my footing.
Corbett, we thank you very much for taking the time to let us know again. Again, we're talking about The Thin Place, running March 18th through April the 24th at the Atwater Village Theater. Okay. 310-307-3753. Or you can get www.echotheatercompany.com. Okay? Corbett, thank you very much for sharing who you are and what you do. Madam, please have a great run with this play.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure meeting you.
It's that publicist, that Lucy Pollock lady.
Uh-huh.
She does it all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, Corbett Tuck. This is The Actor's Choice. I'm Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest he hasn't arrived yet. So we're just going to take it from there, and maybe might even end a little early today. My next guest today, he is a genius behind some of your favorite toys, action figures, and collectibles. From the rock band Kiss to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and the superstars of the WWE, our guest has designed and developed products for toy giants such as Marvel, Hasbro, and Mattel. Okay, this is the gentleman who we want to have here today. Hope everything is okay. We didn't get hurt or anything like that. Okay, so I want to thank our sponsors. Harvey Brandman, Photography is an Art. Ron Irwin's Lose Life, The Way to Lose Weight. Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein. He's got an actor training school called An Actor's Space. Much thanks today to our guest today, veteran actor, producer, writer Ernie Hudson, and Actors Additional Crew, Corbett Tuck. And of course, special thanks to our ever-growing audience. Ladies and gentlemen, be well. We'll see you next time. Take care.